Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has divided the gaming and superhero community in the worst way possible. You have people defending this game saying that it gets undeserved hate, and on the other hand, you have people who didn't even play the game express their disgust and hatred for this game. But is it actually that bad? Or are people just salty anti-fans who hate you for having fun? Today we are going to learn the truth and debunk a lot of fake rumors out there. And if you want to know the true unfiltered story of the Suicide Squad game and how Arkham Batman's death wasn't actually legit, stay until the end. But first, I've been in the same shoes as you watching this video. You watch these gaming videos or nerd content in general, and you think to yourself, I can do that better than him. Only for you to go on YouTube and find little to no information on how to grow your gaming channel. You're looking at your analytics and people only watch your video for 20 seconds before clicking off. You want a solution, and I created a free scripting template that allows me to get retention graphs like this, and now I'm giving this secret weapon to you for free. Link in the description. From fake leaks to comparisons to the Avengers game, people were already looking for reasons to hate this game, and I believe that when people found out that this game was going to be live service, it immediately triggered them because of the PTSD they got from other games brought on by over monetization and sometimes pay to win strategy of the genre. And although Rocksteady came out and said that every microtransaction in the game would be strictly cosmetic, this is still a common argument for basically the canceling of this game. And then the fake leaks came out. One particular leak being more concerning than the others because of the details including the Arkham Batman dying in a pretty lame way. Needless to say, everyone was pissed, but me personally, I was more concerned with whether or not this information was actually true or not. I've even made a video about the fake leaks because I know how the internet works, and this doesn't just go for the internet. It can be the news or just the world in general. Everyone has a goal of getting an emotional response out of you. This is the type of person who release leaks that might still be fake because of some new information that we got recently that we'll get into later in this video. This type of person that knowingly releases fake leaks is called a rage baiter, or could be grouped in with a rage baiter community. You ever notice when you go on social media, somehow you see people who say the most outrageous, outlandish shit, and it almost makes you want to leave a comment telling this person how stupid they are? That's basically what happened with this game. A lot of people just gathered up to get you upset about your favorite series because they know that they could. And what do you think happens when you get a bunch of rage baiters and a bunch of bots that believe anything they see on the internet without doing their own investigations? That's right, you get what I like to call an anti-fan. The anti-fan isn't your average NPC though. A lot of these anti-fans actively look for reasons to hate something and then try to get you to hate it without even experiencing said thing for themselves. If you want a more informative explanation of what an anti-fan is, I explained it in my last video. Just go there and skip to 524. But the worst, most evil part of these anti-fans is the elite variation of them have YouTube channels where they spread their manufactured hate for it to influence other people and a lot of times other creators. I've seen some guys tell their followers not to buy the game, but then buy the game themselves only to make the excuse of, oh, I'll cover this trash so you don't have to waste your money, or I have to cover it because I'm a gaming YouTuber. Whole time some of them are having fun in the background and laughing at you. And if you really look at their channels, they hate everything and aren't happy about anything. Like, bro, your whole channel and Twitter are just you being mad about everything. Why would I listen to that type of negativity all the time about everything? Before you guys who still aren't convinced, get ready because I'm about to deconstruct every major argument that these anti-fans use to steal your hope. Let's start with the big one. This game is a disgrace to Kevin Conroy's legacy. What's really a disgrace is people using Kevin's death to spread hatred. I hear a lot of people who defend this game argue something along the lines of, if Kevin thought it was bad, he wouldn't have signed up to do it. And yeah, that's the angle you could come at it from, but let's delve a bit deeper into that. This game took years to make. No one knew that Kevin was going to die before the game would come out. And on top of that, Batman's death wasn't his tribute, or what the devs wanted you to remember him by as. His tribute was what was shown after the credits rolled. I don't see how that wasn't clear. A lot of these anti-fans pray and hope this game won't last to get its DLC so bad, not knowing that the DLCs more than likely bring Batman back eventually. This might be some of the last pieces of content with our favorite hero's voice in it, and these anti-fans want to just be swept away. He likely already recorded the lines like he did for Crisis on Infinite Earths. So do you see now? These anti-fans are the enemy and they hate you. They masquerade as just wanting to keep you informed and protect you from bad products, when in reality, you need to be shielded from them. They get off on making you like them. They want you to hate everything you once loved. Now that is a true supervillain. Another argument that these anti-fans like to make is that the player base on PC is weirdly low for a brand new game. But they forget to mention that Suicide Squad was like the #1 or #2 played game on PlayStation for weeks. Not to mention the data that we don't have for the console players. But let's delve a bit deeper into this. Most live service games are carried by the different seasons they provide. And me personally, I'm just waiting for the next season to come out so that I can play and grind that. I'm already at the highest level I can go and have all the gear that I want. But I guarantee you that when they start bringing back Justice League members, the number of players will start jumping. Even the anti-fans will come out of their smelly caves to play and jump on the bandwagon like they weren't preying on this game's downfall. But last but not least, let's talk about Sweet Baby Incorporated. People are claiming that Sweet Baby is ultimately responsible for how Batman and the rest of the Justice League went out. But it's been debunked multiple times by the founders and people who actually work at Rocksteady. You can't tell me you know more than the people at Rocksteady. They state that the major story beats were already done a year before Sweet Baby was brought on for consulting. But what do people who actually play the game think about this game? Look at these screenshots. There's clearly a community of people who love this game for what it is, and of course they have their criticisms, but at least it's based on actual experience and it's constructive because they actually want this game to have DLC and see the story through that Rocksteady has planned to completion. And yes, you guys heard that right. I hope you guys didn't think this was the definitive ending of the game. You see, what we got was a non-ending, a to be continued, if you will. There are plenty of Easter eggs and plot points that point to the Justice League actually being alive somewhere, such as Luthor making the claim that the DNA is not the same DNA from the regular Justice League, or Harley Quinn emphasizing the real Batman would have wanted to have his plans be used to save the world. Just check out my video on the clone theory if you want all the details about that. But it's clear to me that Batman and everyone else will be brought back, if not as clones, in some other way, shape, or form. But consider subscribing if you like content based around our favorite superheroes.